Hello, how you guys doing? This is Jorge with Greystone Investment Group, where you invest and we do the rest. Today I want to talk about a topic that I'm very excited about, very passionate about. Is one of them is negotiating without negotiating. Karma. How does that work? Well, I could tell you that to me it works really good when you never negotiate from the get-go. Anytime I meet a new vendor that I need him to rehab one of my properties, or I need them to help me remodel a rental or a flip, I never negotiate from the beginning. And the theory behind it is you never want to negotiate, because when you really need to negotiate for something important, at that moment you have the leverage to say so. Perfect example. Anytime you meet a new GC or somebody, a new vendor that's gonna do something for you, 9 times out of 10, because it's the first time you guys getting together, and if you inform them that you have the capabilities of doing more business with them, 9 times out of 10, they're already gonna try to give you from the beginning the best price possible. It's only later that they become more savvy or try to gain advantage on the relationship. But typically, at the beginning, they're gonna want to give you they're gonna give you for the most part the best deal possible. Okay, so that's where you, knowing that's where you say, you know what? Let me not negotiate from the beginning, because I want to set an example that I value their time, and therefore they should value my time as well eventually. So just to give an example, I had a person that came to me and said, of course you got to educate yourself before you get really good at this, but I had a person that came to me and said, okay, I could do this for $15,000, and I already knew that more or less the property was going to be, the rehab was going to be anywhere from 12 to 17, so I had already educated myself. I told the guy, okay, no problem, 15,000 will be okay. And I let him know right away. Hello, Jose. Primo, how are you? I let him know right away. I said, if you say it is 15 it is. Just know that I'm not a person that would ever negotiate with you. I want you to be straightforward with me. I'm going to be straightforward with you. Is that a deal? So let them know from the beginning that you're not one of those that are going to negotiate every penny in the near future for changes on the work order, whatever the case may be. Why this is so important is because it allows you to, what is the biggest commodity? Is time. Time itself is your biggest liability and expense. So if you don't get to the point where your communication with your vendor or that third party is not transparent, then you're gonna have to jump a whole bunch of hoops. You're gonna have to waste time negotiating, renegotiating, renegotiating. That's a lot of waste of time. So that's one of the main reasons. That's the number one reason why I like to be straightforward from the beginning. Take the opportunity to say we're new in this relationship, love you, so I'm gonna trust you. Let's go with what you say. But if you cheat on me, you do something weird, and in the end, now I have leverage. Now I can say, number one, I could go a lot faster. Therefore, I could get the project done quicker. Any changes to the work order, whatever the person is doing, the person knows that we're gonna say yes, so they're gonna try to be more competitive. They're not gonna try to inflate price just in case I'm gonna negotiate them. And number 3 is because now you have the leverage. Now you're ahead. Now something comes up towards the end, whether they're not done with the project fast enough, now you could push. You could always say, listen, I never negotiated this price. You told me this was a good price, this was a good budget, and you say you will finish it within X amount of days. How come you're not done? So you have the leverage. If they come back at the end and say the property, the price is higher, well, Mr. Vendor, I never negotiated the price for you. I'm sorry, I never negotiated the price you gave me, and you were very detailed on the stuff that I was very detailed on the stuff that I needed from you. So what's going on here? So it allows you to be ahead of the negotiations. By not negotiating, you are actually negotiating. In long term, what happens is, let's say even on the first transaction, everything goes well. Let's say on the first transaction, they meant to do it for $14,000, but they told you 15 because they didn't know you. They wanted to make sure that they had room to negotiate. Now in the future, it'll be more likely than not that they're going to be more straightforward with you. You're going to save a lot of time and a lot of headaches. And your reputation is all about karma. Your reputation with the vendor is going to be great. They're going to like working with you. So they're always going to prefer you. They're going to put your project on top of other projects. So guys, the best way to negotiate is by not negotiating at the beginning. Leave it at the end. Karma will compensate you. Today I had a vendor that did a brand new AC for me free because of the type of relationship that I have with the vendor, and because I never negotiated him once. So when I needed the help, he said, you know what, Mr. Vazquez always helps me. Here it is. Karma at the end will save you from over budgets, properties that are not selling. The team will come and rescue you, help you. Couldn't tell you how many times the vendors are there for me because I'm building that relationship, building that trust from the beginning, and not negotiating with them. Do not negotiate, do your research, make your observations, compare with other quotes, but never ever negotiate with a long-term vendor you're going to be using in the future. Do not negotiate the prices, okay? Last but not least, something that happened with the same vendor is that the vendor said, Mr. Vazquez, I want you to lease my house. And it was a big home. And I said to him, okay, I'm going to charge you, 5% listing fee. And he tried negotiating that fee. He said, I've done so many deals for you at a discount. Can you give me a better deal? And I said, Pepe, so you negotiated with me? You negotiating my fee? Let me ask you just one question, Pepe. Have I ever negotiated your fee? No, but I give you a discount. My question is, Pepe, have I ever negotiated your fee? No, I expect the same from you. I appreciate you gave me a discount, but I want you to value me the same way I value you. So that's going to happen too. You're going to have vendors or people you work with that now it's going to be their time to refer something to you. And you want to be compensated the right way. You want to be able to, you don't want to feel like somebody's negotiating with your pennies. Long term is going to be better for the mutual relationship. So do not negotiate the negotiations. If you have to negotiate at the end after you have built your reputation. Thank you. This is Jorge with Grayson Investment Group, where you invest and we do the rest. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you.